After 4 years of suffering, after what I went through, after going to the jail for 3 months, what do you think? You're going to build Vijay Mallya's house with that money or what? You're already living in your own house. He started getting personal. I'm not some Pablo Escobar. I'm Sanjjanaa Galrani. What I would like to ask people is, I've been in the film industry in the South for 19 years. Have you even seen a cigarette in my hand? No. So stop trolling. Of rupees 4,000 crores of drugs being exported to Pakistan, and that's the reason she's married to a Muslim. Darshan has been my co-star. I have worked in 2 films with him. But I would like to tell all these dedicated Darshan sir's fans, the next 15 years of Darshan's career will be the knowing a Darshan, he will not beat anyone with his own hands.
Hi, I'm Sanjay Ponnappa and you are watching India Today SoSouth. And in today's episode of SoSouth Interviews, I have with me an actor who's been in all the industries down south, has a lot of experiences to share with us. I have with me Ms. Sanjjanaa Galrani. Welcome to the show.
Hi, thank you so much, Sanjay.
First of all, how are you today? How are you feeling?
I'm good. Finally, I feel much better than what I felt the last 2-3 years after being completely victimized and targeted in the so-called alleged sandalwood drug case as an accused.
Well, about that, first of all, congratulations on getting that clean chit from the case.
I still don't know if I should cry my heart out loud, or I still don't know if I should laugh at my fate, because the damage is done. You know, getting a clean chit after 4 years, it's like, you know, you murder me and I'm breathless and I'm left helpless and I have so many dirt. Murdering and dying is better than having so many ruthless allegations on you than just, you know, literally living with it. And after everything is done, now I'm proven innocent. After 4 years of suffering, after what I went through, after going to the jail for 3 months, after being my reputation being brutally harassed and auctioned, you know, I don't know what to say, Sanjay.
So let's start from the beginning. Now that the case is over, I guess we can talk
It's
about what
completely
happened.
over,
Yeah.
yes.
So
And imagine I had to hold my horses for 4 years because I cannot come and conduct a media trial out here that what is going to happen. I was still very sure from the day one that, because I know I'm attacked and I know who are the people who are kind of involved in it and who have targeted me and tarnishing my image and finishing me. But still I was not allowed to talk about it.
Right.
You know, so there's it's the worst level of helplessness.
So what really happened with the case, if you can share it now?
What happens when you're a celebrity? The biggest mistake you make is if you have many friends. And I had a particular person whom I used to call him my so-called brother, my Raksha Bandhan, my Rakhi brother, right? And he got really close to me, and to the level that we even used to eat food in one plate. We were that close, 4-5 years of a journey with him. And I helped him in his real estate business with lakhs and lakhs of my hard-earned money, very hard-earned money that I earned from my shooting and my films and my inaugurations. As actors, we don't work every single day.
Right.
So when you work, you earn, and when you don't work, you don't earn at all. So the money is really hard-earned, and I had saved it for my bad days. Still, I helped him because I thought somewhere he should grow. I like to grow people who are along with me. That was my nature always, and that backfired.
Okay.
And there were times when I used to tell him, listen, I need my funds back because I have lent it to you, I haven't charitized it to you. And what he had to say is, after a few approaches, he lost his cool. Where am I running away? Why don't you wait? Am I your enemy? Am I going to eat your money? What do you think? You're going to build Vijay Mallya's house with that money or what? You're already living in your own house. He started getting personal.
Right.
You know, if you want an enemy, if you want your best friend to become your enemy, lend them 10,000. all this will happen. And I had lent him lakhs. And the next thing I know is during COVID, he's involved in this so-called drug case, and it's all over the news. And I had a lot of pictures with him in my social media. We used to make those funny reels because he's really fat.
Right.
Okay, and when I'm doing a reel with a fat boy, it's really going viral. Those days TikTok was very happening, and we used to do it for the fun of it, because we do anything for viral reels, which is funny, right?
Yeah.
As artists. And cutting the long story short, those videos were exploited all over the local media channels, saying Sanjjanaa's brother is taken, not even Rakhi brother or Raksha Bandhan brother. Sanjjanaa's brother is taken, so the next person who's definitely going to be taken is Sanjjanaa. My name was just planted in the media by people who wanted to gain maximum TRPs, and there were some people who are publicity suckers. You know, they call themselves Samajika Karyakarta. They sit in those panel boxes and they start the media trial. And they were the ones, you have to take Sanjjanaa and go. She is definitely involved. They double planted my name and they instigated the whole case against me.
This is the social activist that you're talking
Yeah,
about.
those,
Okay.
okay, what is a social activist according to you?
Someone through his work who tries to do something for the society.
Yeah, someone through his work who tries to do something for social activist means someone who does charity, someone who bails people out of helpless situations, someone who, you know, now there are floods going on. Come and talk about that, you know, spread awareness about that, try to raise funds or maybe help them or talk to the government. These people have lost their houses. Go and talk about all these helpless people and try to help helpless people through your social activity. That's what social activists mean. Not the ones who are publicity, so-called, negative publicity suckers and they call themselves as activists. These are negative sucking activists,
Okay.
you know, sorry about using the language. But I hope you get my colloquial slang in the right light. So these are negativity, negative publicity sucking activists who are active only when there are celebrities in the news for the wrong reasons.
Okay.
You know, and they take maximum advantage of it because it's very easy publicity. It's very, very easy publicity. So these people cannot be using the tag social activist or samajika, so-called karyakarta. I think you know whom I'm referring to, right? And the so-called karyakarta, and just exploit the name or spoil the name of genuine social activists. If you want to call someone social activist, you should call Anna Hazare. You know, I would call him a social activist. I would really respect that man. And one led to another. The cops came home, they frisked my whole house. They didn't even find a beer bottle. I'm married to a Muslim man. So they didn't even find a normal nicotine cigarette in my house. Forget about any so-called ganja or drug or any of these druggy substances, whatever they are called. And they still told me, please come for investigation. Your Raksha Bandhan, so-called Rakhi brother, has been arrested. I told, fine, I have to respect the law. I'm a public personality. I reached there, and the next thing I know is they're asking me a question about some VVIPs whom they've seen me on stage with in various functions. We found this picture of yours. And then we found this picture of yours with this political person on the dais. Tell us more about him. Why don't you become witness against him? I told, what?
Okay.
What are you talking about, sir? I have nothing to do with them. I meet them for 2 minutes on the stage. I finish my work. I'm a public personality. I've worked hard for 19 odd years in the film industry just to retain my career and to hold a reputation. For God's sake, I've been harassed by the media for the last 1 week. They've stood out of my house and they've just done media trial saying, is the cop gonna come? Are the cops gonna come? Are the cops gonna come? And they're like, oh, you are absolutely non-cooperative. I told, sir, when I don't know anything, what will I tell you? Let me go. Then they told me, just sit here and we'll talk to you in some time. The next 2 minutes, I see the screen and there's a breaking news which says Sanjjanaa Galrani is under arrest. Being a woman, self-made woman coming from a small family, did 55 films. Nobody came to stand by me because film industry people would have less power. No politician is connected with me, or I don't have any godfather made me in the film industry or made me in the political industry. I'm my own godfather. I'm the godfather for my own family. I'm the breadwinner for my own family. And I didn't know what to do. I was shattered. I'm asking him, so, but why am I under arrest? You will not understand. And then my blood samples are collected, my urine samples are collected. They have come negative. The day we are taken, everything is collected, they have come negative. And for their own convenience, it's told in the media that yes, we took blood samples, we took urine samples, there's a technical error. Yet another manipulation. Every day I'm asking them, why am I arrested? On what basis am I arrested? Did you find anything on me? Then my phones are taken, my mother's phone is taken, the laptops, the iPads in my home is taken, everything is taken. They asked me for my password. Again, I cooperated with them like a, a socially responsible person. They retrieved my iCloud data and all my data, my calls, my WhatsApp, everything. 10 years of my complete phone was retrieved, including my emails. They knew my travel history, which country I've traveled to, what I've done, whom I've called, whom I've messaged, everything. Again, they didn't find a single peddler's number. They didn't find my conversation with any single peddler. They didn't find one WhatsApp message with anyone, and nothing at all came. But the very day when I was arrested, within the next 2 hours, I'm seeing the news ahead of me in front of my eyes. Sanjjanaa has accepted all her allegations. Because my phone is not with me, how will I fight back? How will I talk back in the media? I am arrested, I am in the police custody, and Sanjjanaa has accepted. The media is taking advantage of it. Certain media, not all the media, but that certain media was enough to make the destruction. And I was told that Sanjjanaa has also accepted that she is into international drug dealing of rupees 4,000 crores of drugs being exported to Pakistan, and that's the reason she's married to a Muslim. Can you in COVID for 3 years, we didn't earn 4,000 rupees, guys. We didn't earn 4,000 rupees. We didn't earn 400 rupees. We were all sitting at home. And I have not, even the investigation has not started. So who is supposed to be blamed? It's the notorious media who wants to encash on the so-called TRP and spin the ball so high that their views are peaking and they make lakhs and crores of rupees of turnover. And who is responsible today? So it was very, it was very depressing for me. After 10 days, I was sent to judicial custody, and the so-called self-acclaimed publicity activist that I was referring about, social activist, is taking advantage on advantage. Look, I told you she's involved. Look, she's done export of 4,000 crores of drugs. I'm not some Pablo Escobar. I'm Sanjjanaa Galrani, a girl from the blocks who's done really well for herself and who's really worked hard. So this was the thing, and something like this should not happen to anyone. And those 10 days in police custody, there were times when I would look around, is there any knife? Is there any phenyl which I can just drink and finish my life? Because I didn't want to go through what I was put through. I am a very strong person. I have a tattoo called Never Give Up. And after 10-11 days, I was shifted to Parapanagara, the judicial custody. And I met a lot of other people. I met a few strong people who told that if you do something to yourself, it's only your loss, Sanjjanaa. And then when if anything happens to you and if you're not alive, then it will be confirmed that you're a criminal. Itara madidare, definitely she has done all this. That's the reason she committed suicide, because she's scared of getting convicted, she's scared of the consequence, she doesn't want to face. Then I told, no, that's not the truth, I'm going to fight it out, is what I decided. And from there, though I was depressed, though I was on antidepressants, I didn't have sleep, My health was ruined. My family life was destroyed. My husband lost 30 kilos of weight. Looking at my husband losing 30 kilos of weight, my 82-year-old mother-in-law suddenly stroked because my husband was hardly going to the hospital to do his duties. He's a surgeon. And there's a lot of disturbance and turbulence in the family. But luckily, I had a very potential lawyer named Mr. Hashmat Pasha, who was my second lawyer. Initially, I didn't even have a lawyer in my life because I didn't need one.
Right.
I'm a happy person. I'd go, I'd do my film shoots. I was such a happy person. Even if some producer has done a check bounce case, like if he's bounced a particular remuneration check, I'll be like, maybe he doesn't have money now, he'll pay me later. I never filed a check bounce case also. I didn't know law. I thought if we put a check bounce case, it will take 30-40 years for me to, ಅಯ್ಯೋ ತುಂಬ ವರ್ಷ ಕೋರ್ಟಿಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕಪ್ಪ ದುಡ್ಡು ಸಿಗಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಹೋಗೋದು ಬರೋದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಆ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿ ದುಡ್ಡೇ ಇನ್ನೂ ಅದರಿಂದ ಡಬಲ್ ಆಗೋಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಪೀಪಲ್ ನನಗೆ ಹೇಳಿದರು. ಪೀಪಲ್ ಟೋಲ್ಡ್ ಮೀ, ಇನ್ ಅ ಚೆಕ್ ಬೌನ್ಸ್ ಕೇಸ್ 30-40 years you have to go to the court. When you're very old, you'll get the money. The money you spend on the taxi itself will be more than the check value, and plus the peace of mind. So I told, okay, leave it. I never had a lawyer, but this situation made me search a lawyer, and it was very, very bad, and it was
So
very,
what
very
was
sad.
that link that kept you in judicial custody for like 3 months?
There's a neighbor I have here. His name is Mr. Sanjjanaa. So when the CCB came when I was in jail for frisking my house, so this gentleman had this audacity of, you can see the road is a bit narrow. He has a Mahindra, that huge Scorpio size of a car. He wants to park his car in our parking.
Okay.
That is his right, and his thing is, ನಾವು ಇಲ್ಲಿ 40 ವರ್ಷದಿಂದ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. I am living here from 40 years. You know, so you better allow me to park. You have just come now. And so we don't have in the apartment our own parkings. We have more vehicles than we need. So how can I accommodate that? The association didn't agree, and I was the association head. So he had that grudge against me. That this girl's come yesterday and she's dominating us. And then the next thing is, he told us, don't put the gate.
Okay.
He told, live without a compound, because we came when the building was getting constructed. Again he made targets, he started targeting on us. Again that also didn't work, because we are putting a gate to our compound, which is our legal right. So he comes to the cops and he says, whatever you want me to talk against this lady so that she does not come out of the jail, I will come and talk wherever you want. He takes advantage and he comes and he talks in front of the judge. And when you talk in front of the judge standing in the four quarters box, you talk only the truth, because you have the Gita pe haath rakhta hu and or Bible pe haath rakhta hu. If you're you swear on the Gita or you swear on the Bible if you're a Christian or a Hindu. He did all that, and he confirmed that he's seen me doing drugs.
Okay.
What I would like to ask people is, I've been in the film industry in the South for 19 years. Have you even seen a cigarette in my hand? No. Have you even seen a beer bottle in my hand? No. When they came to frisk my entire house, did they find anything? No. They frisked my phone. Did they find anything? No. They made these fake evidences against me, because now they've already arrested me. So to save their stand, they just want to, do anything that it takes.
Okay.
And that's what happened to me, and it was devastating. We have a right to live life the way we want, but this is really sad and depressing. And plus then after coming out on bail, live with the allegation that everybody is looking at you with a notion of doubt that, okay, she has so many allegations on her. She's a peddler, she's a whatnot and whatnot. And people are just looking at me in such a horrible way. And my life was bad. I was depressed for 6 months. I was on antidepressants, and that's when I was blessed with a beautiful son.
Okay.
I got pregnant, and then I forced myself psychologically to be happy, because I have a baby in my stomach and I don't want my mental health to affect him. So I then started living my life for him, because otherwise you should not get pregnant, if you can't do justice to your pregnancy. And then my child was born, and like we all know, a child is a bundle of joy. Simultaneously, I headed towards the High Court, and I put it for quashing because I know I haven't done anything. And truth always prevails, though it is a bit late. Truth always prevails. In a span of about 4 years, I have got a relief. So it's kind of a relief. But when this happened, for 3 months, every third or fifth episode on every TV channel was Sanjjanaa is in this case, Sanjjanaa is in this case, Sanjjanaa is in this case. But now that the case is completely declared as a false case, there's a 3 or 5 minutes episode. Case Bittu, Sanjjanaa Nirala. Sanjjanaa is relieved, case is over. How will it reach those billions of people who saw it then? So that's why now I'm really working hard in doing these interviews. It's really drying me up, it's really draining me out. But for the sake of me, for the sake of my husband, for the sake of laughter in our life again, for the sake of my little son's happiness in the future, I want everyone to know. I don't want them to go, I don't want to go to any place. And like, we all live for respect.
Right.
We all live for a reputation. We all live for happiness, and we all live for a name. Today, whatever you're doing as an anchor, tomorrow you want to head the channel. You want that respect. All of us deserve that respect for the hard work that we put in. We don't make our name so that somebody can come and cash on it, harass us and exploit us and become bigger than us just because they exploited us, right? So I'm fighting for it now.
And from a professional point of view, how has that been once you came out, and how was the experience
bad.
with
I'm
the
telling you,
industry?
like, if I used to have 10 opportunities, then I have 2 or 3 opportunities now. Already opportunities are very less in the film industry for actors because there's so many actors, and in that also my opportunities are negotiated. Even on June 1st, I remember being booked for a particular health program by the government of Karnataka through a particular mediator lady. She sent me 75,000 for a program which I had to go on stage for. 9:30 in the night, I get a call that tomorrow's program is cancelled. I told, but why? My case is already cost by say March. But it's still not out in the media. I've still not got a, I've not spoken out loud about it. I'm waiting for the order copy. And then she told, no, irrespective of you have the case on you or you don't have the case on you, the very fact that the case happened to you, certain people are so narrow-minded that they don't understand law and they're just seeing it as a slut-shaming kind of a view. And they don't want you on the stage. So imagine how taxful this is to me and how sad this is for me. Darshan has been my co-star. I have worked in 2 films with him. But I would like to tell all these dedicated Darshan sir's fans, of the next 15 years of Darshan's career will be the knowing a Darshan, he will not beat anyone with his own hands.